Good morning, my dear students. How are you? I hope you have already watched my previous two lectures given on YouTube by using the RUMC website, and I hope you have enjoyed the lecture. And this is the third part of my lecture on simple, complex, and compound. And I'm here, Muhammad Emran Hossain, lecturer in English at Rajuk Uttara Model College. And let us start today's lecture on simple complex compound. And this is English second paper. Certainly, you'll find this lecture to be the last lecture on simple complex compound for rules. And there might be another lecture on simple complex compound, which will be based on solutions to some important questions that appeared in the board exams in previous 2 years. So dear students, let us not wait anymore and let us start today's lecture. That in the simple form, we use just after plus verb plus ing. So and in the complex, we use as soon as, and in compound, we either use and just then, or and at once, or and immediately. I should mark it that this rule is based on the complex. So this is the base sentence. To make this complex one simple, we use just after. We can also use just before if you like. I normally prefer using just after. So as just after acts as a prepositional phrase, we use verb ing after it. So we take the verb from the main subordinate clause of the complex sentence in which this verb is saw. So we take this verb and make ing with this. Then the main clause of the sentence is the same as it is. To make the sentence compound, we take the two clauses from the complex sentence and add just then or and at once or and immediately as joining device. So this becomes the complex and compound sentence from the complex one used with as soon as. The compound one is he saw the girl and fell in love with her at once. So you see that I have used at once at the end of the sentence to match with. I could have used it in the middle. It could have matched then, but it seems better if I use at once at the end of the sentence. I guess you will remember that if our sentence is in complex, with the conjunction as soon as, we make the sentence simple by using just after plus verb plus ing, and make the sentence compound by using and just then or and at once or and immediately. There are some practices for you. The first one is in the complex. So you need to make this sentence simple and compound. So the second one has the main clause in the letter one. So it is also in complex, and make this one simple and compound. The third one is also, in compound form. You need to make this sentence simple and complex. The fourth one is in simple form. You need to make this sentence complex and compound. For your kind information, I would like to say that you need to change the sentences as I am telling here, because I have not mentioned in brackets. The sentences are to be changed as I am saying. For your betterment, I have underlined the main points, the points that show us the rule, the point that can signal you the way to change. The points have been underlined, so you can understand very easily. The last one is also in simple form. You need to make this one complex and compound. So I give a pause to this video here and change the sentences as I have told here. Then these sentences will be checked back when the classes resume. Now let us move on to rule 12. These sentences are based on the simple form. In the simple form, we normally use to plus verb, so meaning an infinitive. So it can also be replaced by in order to plus verb, or with a view to plus verb plus ing. To make the sentence complex, we need to replace the infinitive to plus verb structure with the joining device or subordinate conjunction so that. So use so that in place of to, and then take the subject from the main clause of the sentence. Here in this case, the subject is he. So if you take the if you use so that here, it will read like this: he went to business computer city so that. Then take the subject he, so that he. Then as the sentence is in past tense, I am taking the modal auxiliary could. He could buy a laptop. Had it been in present tense, I could have taken the modal auxiliary can. So take note that this can is used in place of present tense in the main clause, and this could is for past tense in the main clause. So the complex reads, he went to business computer city so that he could buy a laptop. To make the sentence compound, you can use and. So the compound would read like this: he went to business computer city and could buy a laptop. He went to business computer city and could buy a laptop. That would be the compound one. There is another way that you need to use one, two, dot, 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 and to have the meaning of the sentence fully expressed. So in that way, the compound would be: he wanted to buy a laptop, and so he went to business computer city. In this one, the meaning is fully expressed. So you can use either this one or the alternative one to make the sentence compound. Both are equally correct. Here are some practices for you to be done at home. I believe you are going to pause this video now here and do the homework I'm giving here. So the first one, we decided to talk to the president of the organization. The first one is in the simple form, as there is to plus verb structure here. To make this sentence complex, you need to use so that, and compound, you need to use and. So make this sentence complex and compound. The second one is also in simple form. This one is also to be changed to complex and compound. The third one is also in simple form. You need to make this one complex and compound. The fourth one is to be changed to complex and compound. The fifth one is also to be changed to complex and compound. I believe that you have understood the structure of changing the sentence from simple to complex and compound here at Rule 12. And I believe you have understood it very well, and you're going to change these sentences I'm showing here as part of your homework. Now the Rule 13. In this rule, in simple form, we use just after plus verb plus ing, or just before plus verb plus ing. In complex, we use no sooner had, dot, 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 then, or hardly had, dot, 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 before, or when, or scarcely had, dot, 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 before or when. And in compound, we use and just then, or and at once. You have seen that at Rule 11, we have explained a same kind of rule. So at Rule 11, we had as soon as in the complex. Now we are having no sooner had or similar structure in the complex. So the two sentences, the sentence at Rule 11 and at 13 may seem almost like the same. So the changing is not too much difficult. I guess you will understand it very well. To look at the first one, to make this sentence complex, we need to use no sooner in the beginning. So use no sooner had. Then the subject of the sentence, here in this sentence, the subject is in the main clause. Here the subject is the bird. So no sooner had the bird. Then take the V3 form of the verb. So no sooner had the bird been. So this having is to be converted to had, and then this been. No sooner had the bird been shot. So give a comma and write the next part of the sentence as it is. Because this is the main clause of the sentence and it should not be changed. The complex sentence reads like this. If you use hardly had or scarcely had, then the sentence would read like this. Hardly had the bird been shot, then when it flew away. Hardly had the bird been shot before it flew away. Or with scarcely, it would read like scarcely had the bird been shot when it flew away. Or scarcely had the bird been shot before it flew away. To make the sentence compound one, we drop the no sooner had from the complex one and take the subject verb structure. So it's in past perfect tense. We take the bird and then the had here. The bird had been shot, and just then immediately it flew away. So the compound sentence reads like this. The bird had been shot and it flew away at once. Now, some practices for you to be done at home based on Rule 13. The first one is in complex form. You need to make this sentence simple and compound. The second one, hardly had the game been over before the audience started leaving the stadium. This one is in complex. You need to make this sentence simple and compound. The third one, no sooner had the rain began. No sooner had the rain begun, then there was a thunder strike. So this is in complex. You need to make this one compound and simple. So make this sentence complex and make this sentence simple and compound. So please change these sentences as I am showing you. Yeah. The next one scarcely had the man seen the police when he ran away is in complex form. This one is to be changed to simple and compound. So as I'm at the last one of these practices. So the last one is also in complex form. You need to make this one simple and compound. Let us move on to the next part, which is on Rule 14. In the simple form, we have up to. To make this sentence complex, we need to use till or until, and in compound, we need and. For example, wait here after my coming back. This is an imperative sentence in which the only subject is you. So the first part begins with a verb wait. Wait here up to my. This up to is to be changed to till or until to make this sentence complex. So let us make it complex. Wait here till, then change this possessive form to subject I. Wait here till I come back. So this would be the complex one. And the compound, in compound form, drop this subordinating conjunction till from the complex one and use compound and in compound form to, so the sentence would read like this: I'll come back and wait here. The second clause of the sentence is to be brought to the first part of the sentence to make clear meaning for the listener. So the compound will be I'll come back and wait here. There's some other sentences for you to be done at home based on Rule 14. I didn't think she was going to hang on till the end came. This sentence is in complex form. You need to make this sentence simple and compound. The second here, I waited till my college graduation ended. This sentence is in complex. You need to make it simple and compound. The third practice here, the police refused till the previous owners were tracked down. This one is in complex form. Please make it simple and compound. The fourth one is fixed up and polished till it proudly gleams again. This sentence is in complex compound form. you need to make it purely simple, or purely compound, and purely complex too. This one, I believe this one is to be a bit difficult one. I'll wait for your feedback through comments of the video. I guess you'll be trying your best to change this one. As I have said, this one is a tricky one. The last, next one is you'll have to wait until April arrives. This one is in complex form. You need to make it simple and compound. Now a special part based on conditional sentence. The first one is on zero conditional. In the form with zero condition, we use present tense with if, with the subordinate clause, with the conjunction if, and also present tense in the main clause of the sentence. So if water reaches 100 degrees Celsius, it boils. This is a universal truth. So far, scientists say. To make this sentence complex, to make this complex simple, we need to use by plus verb plus ing structure. So by reaching 100 degrees Celsius, water boils. To make the sentence compound, you can use the water reaches 100 degrees Celsius and boils, or alternatively, you can use water may reach 100 degrees Celsius and boils. Here is a negative form of this sentence based on zero conditional. If you do not freeze water, it remains liquid. To make simple, so drop this subordinate conjunction if from the subordinate clause and use without plus verb plus ing. So if we use without to make sentence simple, we normally drop the negative part of the sentence. So here, this do not is to be dropped off to make the sentence simple. So without freezing water, it remains liquid. You can also use without your freezing water, it remains liquid. It gives the same meaning, but it feels to listen better. It feels to sound better if you use without your here in this sentence. To make the sentence compound, the first one is turned to be an imperative sentence and used with the conjunction or to make the sentence compound. So freeze water or it remains liquid. From the compound sentence, we also drop the negative part of the sentence as it is expressed with the conjunction or. Moving to the first conditional sentence. In first conditional sentence, we in the simple form, we have present tense with the subordinating conjunction if. To make this sentence complex, to make the sentence simple. This one is in complex. To make the sentence simple, we need to drop this subordinating conjunction if from the complex form and use by plus verb plus ing structure. As I have said, if the first conditional sentence in affirmative structure, then we use by plus verb plus ing to make simple. So by taking rest, and write the next part of the sentence as it is. So by taking rest, you will feel better. To make the sentence compound, we can use imperative sentence at the first part and then the same as it is a main clause of the sentence, which is not to be changed. So take rest and you will feel better. Here is an example which is in negative form based on first conditional sentence. If you do not give me the money, as I have already said, if the conditional sentence is in negative form, we use without plus verb plus ing to make simple. So you use without here and then the verb ing form of the verb without plus gerund. So without giving me the money. You can use without your giving me. That is also that gives the meaning correctly expressed. So without you giving me the money, I'll complain to the police. To make the sentence compound, the first part of the sentence is to be used in imperative form. So you give me the money, or I'll complain to the police. The subject you is dropped here as this is an imperative sentence. Now let us move on to the second conditional sentence, in which the main clause has would, could, or might plus verb structure. So in complex form, normally with the conjunction if, we use past indefinite tense. So if you took rest, to make the sentence simple, we use by plus verb plus ing, as this sentence is in affirmative form. So by taking rest, you would feel better. There is nothing to be changed here in simple form, except the subordinate clause, only by plus verb plus ing structure. To make this sentence compound, we need to use with, would, or could, plus subject, subject plus would or could, and then the verb. So you could or you would take rest and feel better. So this is a compound one. Now let us move on to the negative example of second conditional. If you did not give me the money, I would complain to the police. So this is in negative form and it is in the complex. To make this sentence simple, we need to use without plus verb plus ing. So here the verb is give. So without giving. So that's in the simple form, we'll use without you're giving me the money, and the main clause will remain as the same. To make this sentence a compound one, we need to use the modal auxiliary verb would or could in the with the main verb of the sentence. So you would or could give me the money, or I would complain to the police. Or alternatively, we can use you gave me the money, or I would complain to the police. Let us now move on to the last example of today's lecture. This one is in the third conditional. The sentence reads, if you had taken rest, you would have felt better. We use past perfect tense with the conjunction if, and would have or could have or might have plus V3 structure in the main clause of the sentence. To this sentence is in complex form, as there is a subordinating conjunction if. To make this sentence simple, we need to use by plus verb plus ing structure, as this sentence is in the affirmative form. So the simple one will read like by having taken, by taking rest, or by having taken rest. I guess by having taken is better. So let me give that. By having taken rest, you would have felt better. By having taken rest, you would have felt better. This is the simple one. To make the sentence compound one, we need to use the conjunction and here. So, and with the modal auxiliary would have or could have plus V3. The compound one is you could have taken rest and felt better, or you would have taken rest and felt better. You can also use you might have taken rest and felt better. The negative structure of this one is had not plus V3. So in the complex form, if you had not given me the money, if you had not given me the money, I would have complained to the police. The simple form will read like without plus having. So here, without your having given me the money, the main clause of the sentence will remain as it is. So, and the compound one would read like this, you had given me the money, or I would have complained to the police. You can also use it would have or could have alternatively like this, you would or could have given me the money, or I would have complained to the police. But this one gives the meaning better than the last one. So you had given me the money, or I would have complained to the police. I believe that you have understood the examples I have given and explained here. And if you have not understood any point or anything I'm showing here, you can ask me through comment. I will reply your comments, inshallah. Please stay at home, stay safe, don't go out. Tell the family members of your family not to go out, because if any person of the family is affected, then all others will be affected. Stay safe, keep yourself safe and keep others safe. Pray to the Almighty so that this danger leaves our country, leaves the world very soon, and we may become peaceful, happy, and again jovial at our real life class. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.